Something isn't right with us. I've been missing things, and you don't listen. You've been getting, you've been spending all your time on their life.
First thing that I do when I do my makeup is color correct, because obviously I have a lot of redness, especially for my acne. And the one that I use is NYX color correcting concealer, so I normally just use my finger because I'm too lazy to wash like multiple brushes. Some green where I have reds like acne spots. I put yellow for the scars area because that's like purple, so it cancels out the colors. So after I do this, I also go in for my dark circles. I normally use yellow to cancel out these tones here because it's kind of like a purpley brown. Put like the lightest amount because color concealer goes a long way. It does a really good job. So normally for concealer, I have two different ones, but since we're doing like a catfish makeup tutorial, we're going in with the full coverage one. It is absolutely my favorite concealer. It literally covers like everything and it doesn't get cakey or creasy at all, so it's literally like the best. I also just use my fingers for this. This covers like a lot, so I don't like using too much. It's literally waterproof. Like I went swimming with this once and it still stayed on, so this is perfect for anybody who wants to catfish. We're gonna really just hide everything. We're gonna pretend my facial features just never existed. I personally don't like using foundation because I don't like the texture of it, so we're not gonna be using foundation today. We're gonna go ahead and blend it with a beauty blender. I literally bought a beauty blender a while back and then my dog chewed it up, so Marco. So when you tap in your concealer, you just want to make sure you're like tapping and you're not dragging, otherwise it gets really streaky. That's why I don't like to use a brush. I like to use a dry one. I definitely think that it soaks up a lot less product and it goes on like a lot more high coverage as well. So the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna bake. When I bake, I use this Shu Uemura baking powder. It is my absolute favorite. I just use the pad that I came with and I just tap it like that because we're trying to like make my skin look flawless here, right? Now I'm just brushing off the powder. That's my skin right now. It literally looks flawless already. Like, the next thing, if we're gonna catfish, is our nose. I go in with a milk contour stick and I just go in on the sides of my nose and like the bottom here to really just like lift it, you know what I mean? Perfect. After I do that, I like to blend it out with my beauty blender. I also go in on my cheekbones right here. I blend it out, tap it out, tap, tap, tap in. This really secures your makeup in. I always do like a double process. I always use like a wet thing and then I use like a dry thing. Like that sounds so weird, but it keeps your makeup on the entire day. So the next thing I still use lipstick on my face because why not? I'm gonna be putting the blush. This is a huge tip. Put the blush where you're supposed to put highlighter and also on your nose, so it gives like a very sun-kissed look. So I'm gonna use my lipstick. This is the Innisfree Balm, but I don't know what color it is. I am so sorry, but I am in love with this color. This literally lifts your face and it like stains it so it stays on the whole day. But I just put it on my nose bridge and also at the bottom so it gives more dimension and depth to my face. When we do that, I like to use a brush instead of a sponge. I just tap this in as well. I also like to drag it down a bit here, like down to here, so it gives you like a very flushed look, so it's kind of like the e-girl makeup, you know what I mean? So after we do that, we're gonna go in with a blush. This is a powder one, so we can set the liquid one. I just kind of swirl it around so I get like the most amount of product I could possibly get. I just go in, we're gonna tap it in. You can swipe it a couple times, it's fine. I know I look absolutely crazy right now, but trust me, it will look good. We're just gonna emphasize the blush at the tip and also at the nose bridge. Okay, so next I'm just gonna use a small blender brush and we're gonna go in with a contour. So with this, I'm just gonna use the same bronzer from earlier. Swipe it a couple times. This is gonna make your nose tiny. So you just go in for like the thinnest nose you could possibly get. Yeah. You go from the top to the bottom, just kind of swipe it in. It doesn't matter if it looks bad right now, but really make sure that you get like your entire nose like dark. Especially emphasizing at the bottom part right here. Your nose tip is going to help it look very like levitated. We're gonna be fixing it later, so I know if it looks like crazy, you just gotta trust the process. I also like to use this exact bronzer and I just go in, I like kind of raise my brows and I look crazy. But I raise my brows and then I go into my crease because I don't have that much eye space to work with. So I go in and then I just kind of mesh it in there. Like, it literally looks like I'm poking my eye, but it works. Like, it gives it so much more depth into your face. And I feel like using the same bronzer like throughout really ties up your entire face together, and it gives it like a more natural look rather than like a glam look. I'm just gonna be bronzing up my face because there's no definition here. And also the color is just like weird. If you have like a square face, you're gonna wanna like get that Ariana Grande jawline. Like, I don't even know how that's possible. Like, how does someone have such a sharp jawline? We're gonna really focus in on our hairline to make it look smaller, and here's the finished look. Okay, next thing we're gonna do is I have my Modern Renaissance palette right here, and we're just gonna go in with the shade Tempera inside the palette. I'm just using an eyeshadow brush, and I'm just gonna go in and then tap off the excess, and then I'm just gonna go in on the sides here to make our nose tiny. We're gonna wipe this off, so don't worry. This is kind of like a pink white shade, like a beige shade, but it's lighter than my normal skin tone. But it really lifts your face, and you're just gonna put this at the top, at the tip of your nose as well, to feel like, so it feels like a highlight a bit. And then also at the top of our nose. Now we got that catfish nose. We're just gonna go in and blend it out, so it looks a lot less crazy. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and fill in my brows. The brow wiz or the dip brow depends on how I'm feeling, but today we're going with the brow wiz, and I use the shade Ebony. Next, we're going in with the Anastasia brow gel. We're doing our lips. I just like to overline with this, so I do the bottom lip and a little bit at the top. So I go here, like that. So just here, so it fills it out, like it looks like a circular mouth, you know what I mean? And then I kind of go at the top because I have like my lips, like they're a little bit purple on the ends, so I like to cover it up so it's like one color. We're gonna go in with the same Innisfree lip balm, and it's like a lip stain. But then afterwards, we're gonna go in with the same palette and same blender, brush, whatever. We're gonna go in with raw sienna. Kind of tap it in because this has to be like really light. And then I like to contour right here. That gets not dark enough. That gets tanner. I haven't even gone outside. Like, I don't know how it works. Brush it down on my chin, so it makes it look like I'm always like pouty. So that's what it looks like. And now we're gonna do my eye makeup, which is the most important part. I curl my lashes with the Shimmer lash curler. Go ahead and curl it. Now I'm just gonna use a light layer of mascara. I'm gonna do a really light layer because we're gonna go in with some falsies today. Okay, our dry, we're gonna go in with some highlight. I use a liquid highlight and then a powder highlight. As you guys know, it's the whole liquid and set thing. But this will literally lift your face, and it makes your highlighter stay on the whole day. I'm just going in with an eyeliner brush. This one is also from Too Faced, and I'm just gonna dab a little bit on it. And then go on the end of my nose to add some shimmer, and also the ridge of my nose to give it more dimension, and it literally pops, like I'm telling you. And then this last step is totally like a personal preference thing, but I really like the Aegyo style look, like, you know, the eye bags, like the Korean eye bags. So we're gonna recreate that. We're gonna start off by just using this same highlighter. We're just gonna put it like right in front here and bottom of our eye bag, so we can use our dark circles to accentuate the dip part, and then we're just gonna put like lighter stuff on top to make it look like it's like popping out, you know? As you might have noticed, I only use it in the front ends of my eyes because it looks really unnatural if you start using it on the ends as well. So we're gonna use the same brush and just use the Vermeer color in this palette, and then we're gonna put that back on here and really set it in. We're using eyeshadow as highlighter, but that is literally the best thing. Look at it, it's like blinding. It is gorgeous. There, like, that is so cute. So that's what it looks like so far. We're gonna go ahead and complete our eye makeup. So my personal favorites are the Ardell Demi Wispies. They look crappy in this packaging, but I'm gonna cut them first. Cut it so it's just like the last 3 sections. It doesn't look like we have anything on, but it does give you that cat eye effect. My favorite is the Duo Lash Glue. I think this one works absolutely the best, so we're gonna go in with that. So now that I've finished the eyelashes, I am gonna go in with some eyeliner. Depending on the look, most of the time I go for a black eyeliner, and I love the Better Than Sex Too Faced one, and it is literally the easiest thing to use. Okay, and since I have like a very circular shaped eye, I like to elongate it because this is a catfish routine. I'm gonna make it really sharp so it goes straight over, and then you want to connect it from the middle to the end because I do have hooded eyelids, so that's what my wing looks like. To enlarge our eyes, we're just gonna be drawing some eyelashes at the bottom like this, like that. I feel like it kind of makes a difference. I go a little bit further than my actual waterline, so you go like the ends, so it makes your eyes look extra big. Like you go on the ends here. I use the same exact, you can use an eyebrow pen, you can use eyeliner, but I like the eyebrow pen effect better just because I think it looks a lot more natural because it's like a grayer color rather than a black. I blended it out with my fingers so you can still kind of see like the little strands of eyelashes, but it makes it look a little bit smokier rather than something super drawn on. I'm gonna go ahead with this dark eyebrow pencil, and then I'm just gonna go over it a bit and then really extend the darkness. And as you can tell, this eye looks just a bit bigger. It looks a lot more open because I have the darkness like after the waterline, whereas this one it's a lot more tight lined, so it looks a little bit smaller, but I do have uneven eyes, so that is what I do. And now that we're done with the look, I'm gonna go get changed and we can see how catfished I looked. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed my makeup tutorial, and comment down below what you guys want to see next. Make sure you're tuned in every Wednesday and Sunday because that's whenever I post. Bye, thank you so much.
What a wonderful